Right. Okay, perfect. Hello, guys. Good morning, and I'm very happy to see you again on this month's event. I know this is last week of December, and you guys are joining on a weekend. That motivates me to bring new content, new topic months after month. So, thank you, and welcome to India's Apple Admins, formerly known as India Mac Admins. Okay, virtual event December 2023. Okay, let's go to the slides. So today, obviously, I'm going to cover my introduction, about me. We are going to discuss Apple updates. We are going to discuss Jamf updates. Okay. And the main topic, many of you have pinged me one to one saying that they want a session on how can we create an efficient process to upgrade a macOS version. macOS version being any major upgrade like Ventura, like Sonoma, or in future any other major upgrade if it comes out, what is the efficient way we can do the upgrade, right? And hence here comes the meetup specifically dedicated on Mac OS major upgrade topic. Okay, so before we go to our topics, I have one important discussion to do with you. Okay, and you guys don't have to answer. You guys who are checking this on YouTube also, you don't have to answer. I'm telling asking you two questions. Think about the answer in yes or no. Okay. The first question is this community really helping you? Okay. Yes or no? And do you think it is worth that this community should grow? Right? So community is helping you or not? Do you think it should grow? If answer of these two questions in your mind is yes, then do you want to see this community growing? And if you want to see this community growing, there is something which you can do. And if you really like to see this community growing after this meetup or any time in your weekends, weekdays, DM me on LinkedIn, DM me on Slack, DM me on our Telegram, and ask me, Sam, how can I help to grow this community? This is really important because the bigger the community, the more we can help each other, the more knowledge sharing will happen and it will benefit each one of you. Okay, so let's go to introduction. So my name is Salim Okani, and I'm very well known in the community as SemStar777. I have overall 15 plus years of experience both in Mac and Windows platform. I am Jamf 200, 300, 370 and 400 certified. I love to help people, and that's where I have created India's Mac Admin, which is now known as India's Apple Admin Community. I'm proud to say that we are the first official Jamf Nation community. There is a QR code in top left corner. If you scan that QR code, it will take you to directly my LinkedIn page. You can follow me for latest updates and news on Apple ecosystem. Let's talk about Apple updates. To best of my knowledge, as of today, the latest iOS and iPad OS is on 17.2.1 and latest Mac OS is on 14.2.1. No major changes, but it is really fixing some security issues, right? So I would recommend if you are on macOS Sonoma, please get your device updated to 14.2.1. And if you don't know how to update this device efficiently, please check my YouTube recording for previous month where I have discussed Superman as a solution for managing software updates. That will guide you not only on what is Superman, but how to implement Superman in your organization. There is also a QR code on this slide. If you scan this QR code, this will take you to the Apple website where Apple always publish all monthly security updates. Let's talk about Jamf updates. In last month when we did our monthly update, the Jamf binary was 11.1.0 or 1.1. And today the Jamf binary is 11.1.3. If you scan this QR code, you will directly be taken to Jamf Pro documentation where you can read about Jamf Pro 11.1. The minor updates are actually fixing multiple product issues which are there. A product issue where a pre-stage was not prompting you to create a account in the session if you don't have Jamf Connect. So those product issues has been resolved. So maybe I would recommend you to go to this documentation page, see what all has been fixed. And 11.1.3, no major changes. The enhancements are same which I covered in our previous meeting. A new Jamf Pro interface redesign, Jamf Remote Assist, macOS onboarding, and a summary view in App Installer. And these are something I have captured in my previous November month's meetup. So go and see what are the feature it has, how to enable these settings, and how to test it out. We are going fast today because there are no major updates, no major changes. But yes, let's talk about the main topic for today. The main topic for today is Mac OS upgrade Sonoma. And this is basically how to's, how to create an efficient upgrade workflow for end user. And this workflow is, which I'm going to demonstrate today, will not only help you in macOS Sonoma, but this workflow will help you in any macOS versions in going forward. Maybe in 2024, if there is a new macOS version, you can use the same workflow as prototype and you can implement the same in the new upcoming major upgrade. So before we go to how to upgrade Sonoma, we should understand few things. First thing is what all features Sonoma brings for an end user. What are the requirement for a device to be qualified for macOS Sonoma? What are the options? There are multiple way you can upgrade Sonoma, right? And obviously I'm going to show you my efficient way how I do it, but there are multiple way of doing it. Then how to configure the same and how can we deploy it to on end users devices. So let's see the Sonoma features. This is coming directly from Apple's website on macOS Sonoma features, where Apple is showing that we have new screensavers, a dynamic slow motion video which comes on the device. Widget on desktop, this is a very helpful stuff. I have created widget for world time. I have created widget where I can see my meetings from Outlook calendar and so on. This is really helping me efficiently managing my meetings as well. Some great features for meetings, you can keep yourself always in front of your presentation. You can always use certain gestures to bring certain automation. Due to my background, you will not see it, but if you do this, there are some certain effects which goes on in the background. I hope you would have seen this by now. Good enhancement in Safari and password management. Any website in Sonoma, you can use the same as a web app. That means you can create a web application, keep it on your dock, and click that dock icon to you open that website. Messages enhancement where you have good amount of UAG emojis. You can track location of your contact. Stickers. Let me enter people who are waiting in the waiting room. A good improvement is also on the autofill for PDF. You can autofill the details in PDF now. Customization of notes to pages, keyboard gestures, space bar to finish a sentence. A predictive AI can fill your entire sentence for you. Gaming, not to forget. Mhm. Lockdown mode, I think we are all familiar with that. And many more accessibility, screen sharing features and benefits, which is included in Sonoma. So now we know the features of Sonoma, and anyone can go to Apple website and see it again. But important thing is which devices are eligible for Sonoma. So here is a list from Apple. This slide tells us that which Mac model are compatible with macOS Sonoma. At a high level, I can say that devices which are compatible with Ventura are also compatible with macOS Sonoma. Just give me 1 minute, someone is at door. I am very sorry. That was a shipment I need to pick. Let's continue. So at a high level, I can say the devices which are compatible with Ventura are also compatible with Sonoma. But in enterprise, we would have thousands of devices. And how can we automate to check the compatibility? Okay. So don't worry. I am going to share with you an extension attribute which can not only check the hardware compatibility, but it can also check the disk space requirement for a efficient Mac OS upgrade. Okay. Not only we need to check compatibility, we need to check disk space. We also need to check the application compatibility, which is something as an admin we need to make sure. Okay. Now we know the features. We know the compatibility criteria. Let's see what are the options do we have to upgrade. At a high level, there are 4 options. We can ask the user to go to system settings and go to software updates and upgrade themselves. We can use Apple VPP settings, right, to upgrade. We can use Jamf Pro software update settings and my enhanced workflow self-service. The first way is very easy. We just need to communicate user that a software update is available and you can upgrade your device to Sonoma. User will go to software update and click to upgrade and it will be done. What if user is not familiar and user are hesitant to do that? What is the better way? The better way is to use VPP apps. And VPP apps can be used to upgrade software updates. And for those guys who are not familiar, I have captured a video for you. You can go to Jamf Pro computers. In computers, we will have something called Mac apps. We will use App Store apps. Note, this feature only works when you have integrated apps and books from Apple Business Manager to your Jamf Pro. We will click on New. We will select Mac App Stores. Select Next and search for macOS Sonoma. This will give you results where you see macOS Sonoma is a free application from Apple. We will select this, add it, and here comes your policy. Select a category. For me, it is an upgrade, so I will say macOS upgrade. Lastly and importantly, select the distribution method. The distribution method for me is self-service because I will make it available for end user to initiate the upgrade. Scope would be the compatible devices for Sonoma, and as it is a self-service application, we need to go to self-service and configure the self-service options. I will change the button name from install to upgrade because it's an upgrade for end user. Lastly, save it. So this is how you can use macOS apps for the upgrade. Now we also have a new way of software update built in from Champro, right? It's in beta, so please test it out. But I have a quick video how you can use this for macOS upgrade. It's simple. You need to go to computers. There is a payload for software updates. And if you have not used it before, you need to click on new, use new experience of software updates. Please make sure before you use in production, test out all these workflow. Okay. When you click on this new workflow, you will see all your static groups and smart groups. I would recommend always use a static group with test devices for the upgrade process in testing. So I will go and select my admin test group. And on the right hand side, we have update one selected group. Select that. And then we get a payload, how you want to download and install the upgrade. Oops, sorry for that. So we have download options, download and install option, download and schedule to install. Note, a force install option will only work with macOS Sonoma and higher. So as you are planning to upgrade to Sonoma, this option will not work for you for force install. Then I would recommend use download, install and allow deferrals, where you gives an ability to end user to delay it if they are busy. Then we also have target versions, which specifies where you want to upgrade. Latest version based on device eligibility means the hardware is compatible to a certain Mac OS version. It will always give that latest version. Latest major is always Sonoma as of today. Latest minor is 14.2.1, but I will always use a specific version to go to a version where I want to go, right? Once done, click on apply. It will process your request and it will deploy this software update on all the devices which are part of your group. This is how you do it on a software update using Champro built-ins. Now let's talk about the upgrade option, the enhanced workflow which I was talking. So I have created this workflow which is really helpful for me, and it has a robust workflow to check all the components of an efficient and successful upgrade plan. So let's go to the upgrade workflow. In this workflow, we will need Four things. One, an extension attribute, one smart group, and two policies. One policy is actual upgrade policy, and other policy is basically notification policies. Okay. How does this work? So the extension attribute has a Sonoma compatibility checking. Okay. It checks whether the device is compatible or not. If it is compatible, it updates the value of that asset as true. If it is not compatible, it updates the value of that asset false. This compatibility check not only check the hardware compatibility, but it also check the storage space required for an upgrade. Okay. If the extension attribute update a value of a device to false, okay, then it will add the device in a smart group, which will send email to my Mac support that okay, this Mac device is not compatible with Sonoma. And then Mac support will work with user and fix the compatibility issue. And next time when inventory update happens, this value will change itself to yes. If the device is not compatible with Sonoma because of the old hardware model, this device will be replaced based on the 1 minute. Huh? You need the iPad. Okay. If devices are not compatible based on the hardware model, those devices will be refreshed based on their life cycle. Okay. So now, once the value is updated as true, means the Mac device is compatible with Sonoma, this Mac will be added to a smart group. Okay. And I will show you how to create this extension attribute, how to create this smart group, what will be the criteria in upcoming slides. And this smart group will be part of our two policies. One policy which will notify user that okay, your device is eligible for upgrade. Please click on upgrade button, and the second policy which will actually upgrade this. And once user click on that upgrade button, it will upgrade the device to macOS Sonoma. So this is the high level workflow, but how can you replicate this workflow in your environment? So let's see that step by step. Okay. So let me again share my presentation. Okay. Oops, where is my presentation? Okay. So very first requirement in this workflow is an extension attribute. There are four key elements: extension attribute, smart group, upgrade policy, and a notification policy. Extension attribute will check for compatibility. Smart group will gather all the devices which are compatible. Upgrade policy has a logic how to upgrade the device, and notification policy is notifying end user that an upgrade is available, please upgrade. Okay. Okay. This slide is for those people who are looking this presentation for the first time or joining this event for the first time. Please scan this QR code and you can join my Telegram group for India's Apple admin group. Note, you will need in Telegram application on your mobile to join the group. I'll give you a couple of seconds to scan the QR code.
How are you?
I would request to participant to mute yourself.
चलो ठीक है कोई नहीं.
Okay. So let's start. First step is to create an extension attribute. As many of you know that I will always share my recording in a YouTube video, but there are certain steps which I normally don't capture in a video because I assume that everyone will know how to create a policy, everyone will know how to create an extension attribute. But there are people who are new to Jamf Pro and they don't know how to do it, and hence I'm capturing a video bite for every steps. Okay. Note the extension attribute XML which I am using that will be shared later in the week in my GitHub page. Okay. First step, let's create an extension attribute. We'll go to settings, computer management, and extension attribute. We will not click on new or new from template because you will have the XML downloaded copy on your Mac. So we will click on upload. We will go to the place where you have the XML. Select the XML, in my case Sonoma compatibility checker XML, and upload. Once upload is done, click on save button. With this, step 1 is done. We have established an extension attribute in Jamf Pro. Job done. Let's go to the second part. Second part is we need a smart group. Okay, a smart group which will check whether your devices are compatible. And this smart group not only checks for hardware model but also checks for disk space. Okay, how will you do it? Let's see it. Go to computers, smart computer groups, click on new. We will give a name. In my case, I gave it CFG-macOS Sonoma-compatible, which clearly tells me that devices in this group are basically compatible. Criteria, I will click on show advanced criteria and then I will search for keyword Sonoma, and you see we have Sonoma compatibility checker there. I will choose this one. So the criteria is Sonoma compatibility checker, operator is, and the value is true. True means these devices are compatible with Sonoma. Save it. Job done. Extension attribute created. Smart group created. Now we need to create two policies, right? So let's go and create a policy. Okay. To create this upgrade policy, we will require a package. And as we are going to use erase install for this solution, we will need erase install package. I will share the path in my GitHub library from where you can download the package. Okay. But how to upload the package and create a policy, let's see it. So first we will go to settings, computer management and packages. This is where from where we will upload the package. We will always choose a category for the package and choose a file. I have erase install version 31 over here. So note version 31 efficiently work for an upgrade to Sonoma. Do not use lower version. Use 31 or higher. Okay. Once the package is uploaded, we will now create an upgrade policy. Okay. And scope of the policy which we are creating would be the same smart group. Okay. Let's do it. We'll go to computers, we will go to policies, and we will create a new policy. Give it a good name. Okay. In my case, I normally give the name which is upgrade to macOS, and this time we are doing Sonoma. To upgrade to macOS Sonoma, choose a category. It can be master installation or macOS upgrade. Okay. Trigger is something you need to select. For me, it is a self-service policy. I will not select any trigger, but I will keep frequency on going because it's a self-service policy. Okay. Then let's upload the package. We will do a control F, type erase in the search, and we have a package here. Add the package. Apart from package, we need two things in this policy. One, a standard restart. So we will configure restart. It will be a standard restart. And lastly, we will have files and processes. In this, we will need to add one command. Okay. And that is something I'll give it to you in GitHub. So if you see the command is basically calling erase install script and telling that we need OS, which is Sonoma, and we are saying please detect the current logged in user, and we are saying we need a confirmation button. That means before the upgrade starts, user has to click on confirm button. Okay. And next year, if there is a new operating system, you will simply change Sonoma to that operating system name, and the same workflow will work for you. Scope of this policy will be the smart group which we have created in previous step. And then it's a self-service policy. You will go and enable self-service. Button name would be upgrade. Add a very good description and add a good icon. And ensure that user read the description. Okay. There is a button there to ensure the same. Okay. Add your icon and save the policy. So now we have extension attribute, we have smart group, we have a policy, right? So now we will create the last policy which we need, and that policy is notification policy. And notification policy is something you can use the built-in policy Jamf helper, or a policy interactive method, a user interaction method in a policy, or you can use any custom notification mechanism. I am using my script for notification. Let me show you my way of sending notification. So what I will do is, this will require a script. So I have already uploaded the script in Jamf Pro, and I'm just using the script. Okay. So go to computers, policies, and create a new policy. We need to give a very good name to the policy. Select a category. Trigger for this policy is very important, as we need to notify user every time till the time he or she upgrades the device. I will select trigger as login, and also recurring checking with a frequency once every day. That means if user ignores the notification, it will also give the notification once every day to end user till the time the device is upgraded to Sonoma. Okay. Then I will go to script, and I will select my notification script. Okay. So I'll search for my script, my notification script. I will select that script. And if you see in my script, there are certain parameters configured. First parameter is title. What is the title? The title for me is macOS Sonoma, because that is what we need to do. Then there is a subtitle. What is this? We need to inform upgrade is available. So we will say upgrade available. Information. What I need to do as an end user. So end user will say, we will say click view to upgrade. That means there would be button, and one of the button would be view. So they need to click on view to upgrade. So what will be the other button? The other button would be later. So there would be two buttons in the notification. One button is later and one button is view. If user clicks on view button, it will actually take user to the upgrade policy. And if user click on later button, it will actually delay suppress the notification, and the notification will come again the next day. Okay. So action button is view. But what is action part? Every policy in Jamf Pro has a policy URL, right? So if you go to our policy, which is upgrade to macOS Sonoma, which we have just created, the package, restart, and files and process. If you go to self-service, I've added the name, I've added the button name upgrade, I've added a good description and an icon in the policy, right? And a category of macOS upgrade. But if you go to further down, in the last line, we have something called policy URL. And there are two policy URL. One is installation policy URL and one is description URL. So let's see it. Installation URL is basically an execute action and description URL is a view action, right? In this case, we are going to copy the view action, go to our policy and in action path, I am going to paste the view and save it. So now if you go back to our workflow real quick, we required four things. Extension attribute in yellow color, done. Smart group in blue color, done. We need two policies, one upgrade policy, done, one notification policy, done. So whatever was required in the workflow, everything is done. So what is left? The left part is a demo. How this policy, this combination works efficiently. So let's see the upgrade demo, how it works. So very first thing is user will see the notification once every day in the top right corner. And it says macOS Sonoma upgrade is available. Click view to upgrade. So when user clicks on option, user sees two options. One is view and one is later. When user clicks on view button, they are directly presented to this policy. When user clicks on upgrade button, it will actually start the upgrade process. This will install the package first and then call the script. Okay. I'll just speed this up. Once the package is installed, the user will be presented with this pop-up message where user need to enter their ID and password. If user is not admin, don't worry, the script takes care of that. Okay, ask user to enter the credentials, which is their ID, which is in the gray area, the same ID they need to enter, and they need to enter their password. Once the user ID and password is entered, it will start the download process. Based on our script logic, it will detect the latest version of Sonoma and it will start the download process. And it also shows a very good progress bar to end user where it says downloading so and so percentage. Once the download is 100% done, it will not automatically start the upgrade, but what it will do is it will actually prompt user to give the confirmation whether do you want to upgrade the system now. If user cancel, the process will be quit and user can start the same process at a later stage. If user click confirms, yes, I want to upgrade, then the actual upgrade process will start. And this time after clicking on confirm, it will take a complete capture of full screen and it will start the upgrade process. So user click on confirm button and here we have complete screen which is preparing for the upgrade. This will take 30 minutes approximately. And here we will see an progressing bar again where it says preparing for the upgrade 1%, 5%. Oops, sorry for that. Let me go it again. You see, it is preparing 8%, 9, 40%, 50%, 80%, 98%, and after 98, 99, 100, the machine will restart. And after restart, machine will take 2 to 5 minutes to upgrade itself to Sonoma, and user will be on macOS Sonoma. I think that is the efficient way There are many other applications, but I find this is user friendly and also a good compliance mechanism for my organization. With that, if you are not part of our Jamf Nation community, please scan the QR code and join our Jamf Nation community as well. I will say thanks for joining. Sorry for some hiccups. Kids were around, so I need to handle kids as well. Thanks for joining for the meeting.